Yes. Ew. Let's go. Throw that L one more time. Ew. It's your girl, Mina Mendoza, little girl, big personality, queen of spice. Yo, it's Thursday. It's 7 p.m. We live. We ready. I do apologize for a little bit of the tardiness. You can't rush perfection. That's all I got to say. But we were here. We were active. But yes, I want to just kind of go right to it. I'm going to go ahead and introduce my extra special spicy guest today. We got Aura de la Luna.
Hello, everybody.
Hey,
what's up?
Let's go. How you feeling, my friend?
I'm feeling great.
Yes.
How are you?
I feel good. I feel really good. But yeah, love, like, I like to start off, like, how was your day today?
My day was good. It was
What made it
day.
good?
The weather.
Fire.
I think the weather. And also just, I don't know, I feel like it's May, it's a new month, change in the air. Things feel refreshed. So it was like one of those days. Calm.
I agree.
How about you?
Ooh, today was actually a good day. And I agree. Like, I feel like any day that starts off with a sunny day is a good day. I mean, if it starts out gloomy, I'm going to make it a good day. But it's just like, But you need your gloomy day sometimes.
Of course.
Yes. So, Aura de la Luna.
See.
Yes. So, I guess, love, one thing, you know, I'm telling the guests a little bit, like, so Aura de la Luna is an amazing artist. I feel like you're very creative in general with how you present yourself. And also shout out to Cici Camacho because I was able.
Shout out Cici.
Yo, facts. Shout out to Cici who actually had just a fire show. I think over the weekend. I think it was called Mind's Takeover.
Oh, that Cici was performing.
Exactly.
That, right? Yeah.
So shout out to you, Cici, because I feel like, you know, in the end of the day, it's a community. But I saw you on her page, and I remember checking you out. I was like, yo, she's cool. She's real cool. So now you here.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
I love it. It was Cici like told me about her show.
Yeah.
And then she said she was doing this podcast, and right away, right after she did it, she was like, "You got to do it too."
Aww.
So I'm happy it all aligned.
Love that. Shout out to you, Cici.
For real.
But yeah, love. So I guess so the viewers could get to know a little bit about you. You know, how would you categorize yourself?
Like genre wise?
In general.
In general? I feel like I always try to push past the categories, but I understand that it's necessary to like figure out what type of person you are and all that. Anytime people ask me what kind of genre music I make, I always say that it's a little mix of everything. Like I grew up listening to reggae and rock and, you know, classic Spanish music. And I love to, you know, touch on that in my style and also explore hip hop, soul, R&B. I feel like I'm very soul and R&B and hip hop mixed. But it really depends on the vibe. Like lately I've been making alternative music, kind of rockish.
Okay.
And then I also have a few kind of EDM type tracks. And I'm trying to dabble more into that too. So it's really kind of just experimenting right now, I would say. But I do feel like I found my sound more recently in the past year. Like I feel like I know how I want to sound on different styles now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when can you actually say that you started seeing yourself like an artist? How old are you? Like, where were you? What did that look like?
Well, I grew up, my dad's a visual artist. My sister's a visual artist.
When you say visual artist, what does that mean?
Like painter, like multidisciplinary in visuals, like painting, graphic design, printmaking.
Wow.
My dad taught us a lot of those skills, and I always used to do like, I used to dabble into everything. Like in high school, I got serious about photography.
Yeah.
Black and white photography, film. And then when I went to college, I went to school in LA, and that's where I was using my camera a lot, but it took me into music spaces, and it made me like re-inspire that part of me where like I always loved to sing, but I was super shy.
Yeah.
So like in middle school I used to sing, but I could not sing in front of people.
Really?
You couldn't look at me. Yeah, like I have a friend, shout out to Elkin. I have a friend in high school, Elkin, who he made music and still makes music, and I remember one time in the cafeteria, he was like, "Just sing, I won't look at you." And like,
Yo, I'm dead.
That's how like I started.
What did he do? Turn
dabble.
around?
Yeah, he literally
He was just like, hold on.
facing the
Yo,
other
Spence,
way.
put me on camera real quick. So he was like this.
Yeah, he was like that, and then I'm like
Like that?
da-da-da.
And you were
like
just,
mad
like,
quiet.
singing?
Yeah, in the cafeteria at lunch.
Yo, I'm dead. That
So-
shit probably looked mad wild.
Yeah, like it started kind of like that, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
when I went to LA, I was like again around music a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, you know what, let me try this again. And I had friends who were making music, and
Yeah.
they were kind of like, just do it, like we could hear you, like just do it. And they really encouraged me to start. So I have to shout out Christian,
Let's
and I have to
go.
shout out Edris. Plays guitar. He's a Cuban artist, and Christian is just a really good friend of mine who studied actually some music industry business. So he's like somebody I turn to a lot along the journey. But yeah, they kind of opened that world for me, and then from then on, like I moved back to New York, and I just started making my own songs. And then
So you were living in California?
yeah, for school.
How long were you living out
I
there?
was there for undergrad, so it was
Okay.
4 years. So
Yeah.
from 2014 to end of 2017, I was there.
Okay.
And then I came back.
How was that college experience in Cali?
was-
What part of
It was
Cali?
cool. I was in South Central
Okay.
at USC, so it's like
That shit sounds like Compton.
yeah, it's basically
Oh my
close-
God.
it's
South
close
Central.
by.
Yo, that just, I looked at
mean,
you, I was like, what?
Yeah, it's close by.
Gangsta.
It's close by. But yeah, it was dope. It was cool to go from coast to coast and
Yeah.
then be around different people from different states. And even though New York is diverse, it's cool when you go outside of it and then you like meet different people. So it was nice. And I mean the weather, the palm trees.
I can imagine. I
Yeah,
can imagine.
I was having
just a palm tree right
living
there.
I was living the dream. I was like that every day.
Yes.
It was gorgeous.
I guess like put into my perspective, love, if you can. What's a California thing that's definitely like a West Coast thing that you feel like it's like
everything.
I saw like
There's so
TikTok
many.
videos. It's like, oh, what's a thing out here? Like, so what's a Cali thing that like would be different out here that people don't do?
Well, just the pace of life. Like that's one of the biggest differences. Like I feel like in New York, we don't even pay like even though we are hyper vigilant
Yeah.
in the East Coast and there's more people, it's more crowded spaces.
Yeah.
I feel like we're not in the moment. We're just like trying to go to where we gotta go. In LA, it's more like laid back. Like being late is normal. Like 15 minutes late is your grace
being late is
period.
normal.
Yeah, here it's like if
You gotta
you're-
be 15 minutes late to get hired.
literally.
Yeah, that's just wild.
Here,
Are you serious?
If you're on time, you're kind of late. Like you should be early. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So just that alone
Yeah.
changes so much about
Wait, so
life.
it's acceptable to be late?
Well, it's like an excuse there. It's like, oh, my bad, there was traffic. And that's like everyone drives. So they're like, yeah, I get you. There was traffic. Like it's a calmer like viewpoint on that. I don't know.
It's more like, I guess they're not as, what's the word? They're lenient about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just a more like literally how people typically stereotype Cali, like, oh yeah, like it's
Yeah.
it's more laid back in that sense, and I appreciated that like pace of change. And then when coming back to New York, it's like wow, like oh I'm late, I gotta go.
Yeah, I'm
da-da-da.
late.
So I feel like that's the biggest thing that you
Okay.
notice is that. And besides that, I don't know. It's just different. Like, I feel like on the East Coast, we're used to things being open more and there's so much more going on. In LA, things close earlier.
They do? What
Yeah,
time they
like-
close out there?
I mean, there's after hour spots, but most things will close by like 1, 2. Like in New York, never.
Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Okay.
But yeah.
Is it true that the freeway has that much traffic?
Yeah.
Really?
Like every
I
day.
thought it was just like a movie thing, like
No.
but you know what I'm talking about, right? Like
Yeah.
they always show, like, I don't even know why they call it a freeway. It just all I see is mad cars,
Yeah.
and like not moving. I'm like,
Like
oh my god,
8 lanes. Yeah, it's crazy.
8
And
lanes.
I think I'm not a driver. Do not
Yo,
hold me
that
to that.
sounds
but
wild.
that's how it feels. Like it's like so
8
many lanes and
lanes.
freeways and highways like intermerging.
Like if you
and,
miss a
yeah.
turn, you're effed up. Like you're on the way to the left. There's no way you could swerve.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you can.
People
have done
drive
it.
fast there too. Like there's really there's nicer cars. You
Mm-hmm.
see people driving their nice whips, and they drive fast there. Like that.
Vroom,
I remember
vroom.
that's something that we would be like, whoa, like. Here, obviously, people drive fast here too, but it's just a different like driving is your main source of transportation. Like in the city here, it's public transportation, so that's a big difference too. Yeah.
All right. Thank you for educating me on that. I've never been to California before,
what?
so
You gotta go.
No, I'm definitely gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
But like I always get curious. I'm like, yo, what's a Cali thing? Like I've always like was curious like about these situations. All right, so we went to school in California.
Yes.
We talked a little bit of like if you would put yourself in a category, but it seems like you're always adapting and evolving, which is amazing because like you're not staying in one place. I guess, where are we right now?
Like in my life?
In music, love.
Music.
What's the present in your music right now?
The present in my music right now, I feel like is kind of what I was saying, like this new alternative kind of side, but mixed with my like R&B. I feel like lately I've been making songs like that a lot.
Yeah.
And just trying to put out some visuals, putting out a little project soon.
Love that.
So that, and I've been performing a lot. I am performing at Bronx Brewery tomorrow. If
go.
you're there, I'm doing open mic. Shout out Young Wepa, she's performing too. Shout out Katora, shout out Soup. Everybody's performing tomorrow.
Period.
So yeah, just performing a lot, trying to, meet people, really just focusing on creating and trying to put it all together like in a concept.
Okay.
Release it into the world.
Love it. I'm also going to give some quick shout outs. We got some people in the check-in. They were like, where's everybody at? So thank you for everybody still having the patience and staying with us, man. But shout out to Jackie Murphy, Carlos Bonilla, and SOS Film. Shout out to them. We here, period. Let's go.
Love you.
Let's go. Also, everybody, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Share it. Have everybody jump on this chat room. And also, don't forget to subscribe to your girl, the Mina Mendoza Show, especially if you like content like this. Support is free, and I'm here for it.
Hell yeah.
Period. Yeah. So, I dig this, love. I love any artist that just doesn't stay in like one spot, because I feel like you don't want to be stagnant, because when you're stagnant, you're not growing, Yeah. So I can say, like, when you think of like alternative music, especially like rock music, who do you feel like are your inspirations?
Ooh, it's funny. We were talking about this the other day. Well, we grew up on like Paramore, Fall Out Boys, Blink-182,
Blink-182,
Panic at the Disco. Like
fire.
We grew up kind of on that, and obviously then there's the more hard rock like Metallica.
Yeah.
But those are the people I think of because that's just who I was listening to when I was a teen. So I feel like kind of like in that style, kind of even Paramore-ish. But we're still like the songs I'm thinking about is still being approached in a R&B type of way. It's just the music sounds alternative.
Got it.
I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. Have you ever sang with a band?
I have a few times before. Like I've done a few performances with guitars. I've done like one time with a drum set. Like some people had drums in the back and they were just going to it, but that was just like 2 times. But that's really like what I want to focus on is more live music. Even recreating songs live, like I think that's cool. So cool. I love that.
A little cover.
Yeah.
Okay, what would be your cover song?
Oh, from another artist?
Yeah.
Ooh, I would do.
You can't do a cover song of yourself.
That's true.
Like,
I guess you can't.
I was like, wait, I thought about that shit.
A different
you
approach.
can, but like,
true.
Would it be a cover then?
I guess it wouldn't be.
Be you singing your
It'll
song.
be a remix or something, right?
Remix of. Okay. You never know.
Yeah, when I think of covers, the first 2 people that come into my mind is Manu Chao and then Bob Marley. Like I love singing their songs, so I would cover.
Bob Marley.
Yeah, I would cover any of their songs.
That's
I really
fire.
want to do that too. I'll do a cover just because you said it. I'll do a cover.
Try it, babe.
Yeah.
You never know, especially like paying like patronage to like that artist. You know what I mean? Because I feel like when people give their own taste to like a song, like. It's like, oh shit, there was a different way of singing it. You feel? I love covers. I'm like, oh man, because at the end of the day, you're still keeping that main thing alive.
Yeah.
but just a different way.
Yeah.
And I love that.
I love that. I like how you said that.
Yeah, it's just like it's all inclusivity in the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yes, also everybody that's in the check-in right now, if y'all got a question that y'all want me to ask, please just type it in. We will be answering questions live. So type in your question. Type in the questions. Yes. Also, before I forget, want to give a big shout out to Rip Dispensary. We did a whole event for them yesterday.
Oh,
it was
that's
amazing.
nice. I saw.
Fire. It was such an amazing event. And what I love about it is like it was a cannabis-friendly event. Shout out to 3 Acres. It's a brand new residential building in Jersey City. Beautiful, like beautiful building. And we collabed with Rip Dispensary, and we were outside in booths, and we were giving away goodie bags of like weed, oil, all that for free.
Oh, wow.
And all you had to do was just sign up to the newsletter. And what was amazing is that 3 Acres ended up signing like a pickup service with them. So the people who lived in the building all they have to do is just put their cannabis order, and they'll deliver it to the building, and they could just go downstairs and pick it up. Isn't that amazing? The time that we live in right now, like what a time to be alive. You feel me? But it was amazing. Shout out to David's Barbershop. Amazing barbershop in Jersey City. They were holding out games. We had like a giant Connect 4, and then I don't know what you call that game, but it's like you throw something and it's like at a square. Spence, what do you call that game?
I forget what that's called too.
What's that called, Spence? It's like a wooden board with a hole in it.
Hack and sack?
Hacky sack?
Hacky
No.
sack?
You know what I'm talking about,
Something
right,
like
Spence? Whatever that thing. It's
like
a
that.
wooden board and a hole, and like you just throw sacks at it, you know?
That's cool.
But they were giving away $100 to the winner. $100 to the winner that we played Connect 4, which I ended up winning $100, period. I did one organically, yo. Organically. And then we were giving away raffle tickets. So every time you bought a drink, you got a raffle ticket. And at the end of the event, we gave away a fucking TV.
What?
Oh, yo, that's serious. Yo, y'all need to come to my events.
Okay,
I'm just
let me
saying.
know.
No, we gave out a TV and $100 credit of Rip Dispensary and $100.
Wow.
Right? Yo, we know how to party,
really
yo.
nice. Yeah.
And on top of that, we were giving away goodie bags. And at the end of the day, like, we just wanted to show that, like, we can do community things, you know, that cannabis could be fun. We had kids, we had dogs, we had families. Like, everybody had a good time. We had a DJ. We had, like, also old school cars out there. It was fire. A whole vibe. And also, everybody that's checking out the show. Also, I know you have your event tomorrow, love, but if you make it after, I don't know, you know, or for the future, we're having an event at Rip Dispensary. It's called the Pop-Up Event. We're going to have live hip-hop performances from Lord Cartel, China, Action Figure 973, Mr. I want to make sure that I get it correctly because I do know he goes by 2 names. I always want to make sure that if I ever say a name that I am saying it right. I hate murdering people's names. It's just not cool. But let me make sure I get this right. So
that's tomorrow, you said?
Tomorrow, babe. Nice. So we actually just got shouted out on northjersey.com.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's getting out there. It's getting out there. So shout out. It's an artist that's performing tomorrow. I just want to make sure I get his name right. June Star, Mr. Blackman. So shout out to June Star, Mr. Blackman. They had a article on him on northjersey.com that was publicized today morning. And they mentioned our event. And I was like, yo, shout out to us. But pop-up, it's free. 6 to 11, you're going to get weed, oils, performances. We're going to have a food truck, a vegan food truck for all you vegetables out there. Just saying. I used to be a vegan, but I'm vegetarian sometimes. Sometimes I eat meat. Vegetarians are cool. I go back and forth. Yeah. But I'm just saying, we're going to have you fed. You're going to listen to music. We're also going to have a live artist painting. We're going to have 2 artists doing live painting. So if you're into art, it's like going to be a mini art exhibition. We're going to be selling merch. So you'll pop up Rip Dispensary in Jersey City from 6 to 10 p.m. It's a free event. All you got to do is just show up. Period. Just saying. I want to make sure I can always shout that out. I always forget the shout outs, you know? But bringing it back to you, babe, because it is your interview. So, Aura, is that your real name?
My name is Laura.
So Laura.
It's in my name.
I like it. I see what you did there.
It's in there.
What made you choose that name?
I would sketch a lot, like doodle, and I was just trying to, cause I wanted to come up with a logo for my photography when I was in high school. So I used to do like, I was trying to do LKG, my initials, and I remember just then messing around with Laura, and then I was like, let me take the L off. It's aura, that means something. And then I would just like draw it in different ways. I used to draw like triangle, URA, like
I love
instead
that.
of an A, and then Luna just came later, like, because I love the moon. I talk about the moon a lot. So my friend at the time was like calling me Luna because of that.
Yeah.
And then I would be like, de la luna.
Okay.
Okay, aura de la luna, aura of the moon. That sounds cool. And I kind of went with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why obsession with the moon though? I'm curious. Why?
I mean, I feel like all women are very connected. All humans are connected. We even though our calendar doesn't run on a lunar cycle, like the Earth does. So
yeah.
I think there is something there. You know, people have their conspiracies about the moon, but I like it pulls the ocean
Made out of
tides.
cheese.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
You know, so yeah, it's always just been there. I feel like also just spiritually, like, you know, the connection with the full moon and just being aware of like the moon cycle when you're doing certain things in life can help you. So
Yeah.
I was just like always into it. And I don't know, my parents would always have like growing up, I remember a blanket with the sun and the moon and like
So a
bed
lot of
sheets.
celestial
like,
things.
Yeah, I used to see that
Okay.
a lot. So it's just I like it, the sun and the moon.
If you had a chance to go to the moon,
Ooh.
would you go? How much do you love the moon?
Oh my God!
How much does she love the moon?
I love the moon, but I don't know. On roller coasters, I'd be like,
Yo, I'm
so,
dead.
I don't know what a spaceship would feel like.
I pass
I'm
out.
sure I would try out. You know,
I'll
like
pass out.
the place where you kind of try out the zero gravity thing where you stand. I have to do that first to see
Okay.
if I can handle it. I feel like I'll get nauseous.
Yo, I'm dead. I mean, I'm
But
pretty
I
sure.
love the moon. I will go if I could.
Okay.
I'll make it happen.
You'll make it happen. Okay. 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 I had to ask that. I'm like, wait, so would
It's a
you
good
go?
question. No one's
Would you
one's
go?
ever asked me that.
I'm glad I asked you it, babe. You're the
Yeah.
interview. Perfect time to ask. So let me look at the check-in real quick, just in case, because I know we gave that shout out. So if they did have a question,
Right.
I'm gonna make sure I'm paying attention to y'all. Period. All right. So no question yet, but you know, just a lot of love in general. I love this. People, SOS says that making money Manhattan, make it happen. We skateboard everywhere.
Oh,
Y'all
wow.
skateboard?
Not me. I think he's talking about. I don't know if he skateboards. Do you skateboard, Bless?
Yeah, I was
Do
like,
you
oh, who skateboards? That's cool.
I don't skateboard no more. I used to.
You used to?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Nah, it wasn't cool.
Why?
I got in an accident thinking I could skateboard. So I'm
What
like,
happened?
I broke my ankle doing it.
Really?
Yeah. So after that, I was like, yeah, I'm not skateboarding ever again.
How old are you?
I was 18.
Damn.
Yeah, I was young.
What happened
but-
though? Like you just like jumped? Like,
I was like doing too much at the same time. I remember I had like a side bag on and I had like some really thin sneakers on and I was like recording a video and literally the moment
Oh
it
my
happened,
God.
I'm looking backwards going this way and I had to just jump off and I like kind of jumped and slid into the curb and yeah.
did anybody see it?
Yeah.
Did they help you?
Yeah.
I was like, yo, please tell me they helped you.
People helped me, and this really sweet woman brought her purse to me, and like she was like, "Put your head on this." She was like, "I got you," and like I'll stay with you till the ambulance comes.
Did
So-
she stay?
Yeah, she stayed.
That's
She was
awesome.
nice.
That's awesome.
So you know, I had love there. But yeah, after that, I was like, "Yeah, I'm not skateboarding. I'm too
Yeah, we ain't doing
clumsy."
this.
But I like biking.
Okay.
But yeah, after that,
We active.
okay, yeah,
We
I like to-
active.
I tried to. Lately, I don't work out like that though. I'm trying to get back into it.
It's
back
all
into
good,
the
love.
routine.
We'll start somewhere, you know?
Yeah.
So let's talk more about your music, babe. Let's talk about how you feel about performing now compared to performing to the first time.
Oh wow.
Let's talk about that first performance, because I feel like as an artist, you gotta talk about your first performance. That's the first time you use a resource and tool that you have to use to be an
Yeah.
artist. You know what I mean? How are you an artist and don't have a stage?
Yeah,
You feel me?
definitely.
So it's like, how did you feel? Like, where were you when you first performed, and how did you feel, and how did it go?
So my first performance was in LA at my campus,
Okay.
USC. We have a cafe called Ground Zero.
Yes.
So it was in that cafe, and that cafe is like known for, not only are people studying there, but there's people doing open mics. A lot of different things happen there. So
Yeah.
a friend of mine actually who's from Jersey, shout out to Max. He's from
Hey.
Teaneck, and I hope he's from. I think I'm right about that.
Well, he's from Jersey.
He's from Jersey, but I met him out there, and he threw a show along with some friends from New Jersey in LA.
Oh, fire!
So they had a few of us perform.
What was the show called?
I don't know what it was. I can't remember what the name was, but it was just like a art type of show. Yeah. They had like a host, and they had people performing. So I performed covers. And I sang with my friend Edris, who plays guitar. So we did everything like that, a cappella. And I remember I did Consideration by Rihanna. And then I did, what's that song? I always forget the song name. But the one with Kanye where he samples the bam bam dee lam bam bam.
I don't know the name of it, but I know what you're talking about.
I think it's like something famous, maybe. Can't remember, but I like did a few songs.
I know.
I
think Rihanna's on it with him.
Rihanna's on it too.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I don't know the name of it, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So
it was those two songs, I think, and maybe like one more.
Okay.
But I was nervous. I mean, I had never really sang like that, and it was bold to sing like just with a mic and a guitar. But I had practiced it, and I still felt good. Like. I did my thing, and my friend, like, he freestyled with me. So when I went off track a little, he went along with it. And, like, it was cool. Like, it was nice to break past being so nervous.
So you were nervous?
Yeah, I was nervous.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I remember, like, shaking. Yeah, I was definitely shaking. Oof. And it was also, like, performing in front of people who had not known that that's what I want to do. Like, some people were like, what? Like, you're singing? Yeah. Like, I've seen you take pictures. Like, wow, you're singing now?
Yeah.
So it was definitely, like, a big, big moment for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's funny that you bring up that song, Love, because...
You found it?
Yeah, shout out. Well, I found the original form of it because I always like to give, credit to the original form because this is a very important thing. I'm all about women empowerment. I got girl power on my hands for a reason.
Yeah. Ooh.
But Sister Nancy.
Yeah.
So Sister Nancy is the original artist who sang that song. And interesting thing about Sister Nancy, I think, has a world record of the most sampled songs. So that song, like, literally, because when you think about it, there's so many people that sampled it. And I believe... Maybe it could be true, not true, but she just started receiving, I guess, like royalty payments this year.
No way.
Yeah, it took a while. This year or last year or something. But read up on that. Yo, it's wild. Like that's why I like to talk about the original person, yo, because it's like, I want to make sure everybody gets paid.
Yeah.
YouTube, pay Sister Nancy. I don't know if she's still alive, but pay her family. Something. Just saying. But fun fact. Also, we got a question in the check-in.
Ooh.
What's Lala's favorite vegan food?
I'm just laughing because I know this is a friend, and they swear I'm vegan. I'm not vegan.
Yo, I'm dead. All right, you're vegetarian.
I'm basically a vegetarian. I eat fish sometimes.
So you're a pescatarian.
But I'm making a year this month of not eating meat. So it's not like anything.
Do you eat
crazy.
fish?
Here and there, not consistently enough to say I'm pescatarian.
When's the last time you ate fish?
A week ago I did have.
So you're a pescatarian then, babe.
But then before that it was like a month before.
You're a pescatarian.
All right, it counts.
Yeah. It has to like be like a solid year.
Yeah, with no fish.
Exactly, just how you said that terminology.
Okay.
Exactly, because I was a vegetarian, I was a pescatarian, and I got schooled on it. Okay. They're like, and they asked me that, and they're like, you can't say you're a vegetarian if you ate a fish last week.
That makes
sense.
I was
like, yo, you right.
You're like, today I'm vegetarian.
Yo, exactly. You can say that. Today I'm vegetarian,
yeah.
But if you say I'm vegetarian, you're saying that. You feel me? But all right, so what's your favorite pescatarian and vegetarian dish?
I don't have a specific dish, but I just love, like, I don't know, lately I just like butternut squash.
That sounds good.
Like sweet potato fries and just veggies. I love sauteed veggies.
Fire.
I like to make sauteed veggies with
It's so
rice.
underestimated.
Yeah,
Like,
it's so
especially like
good.
when you do it in the grill. That's my favorite.
That's my favorite too.
So
So
good.
anything like, I don't know, I've just been trying to experiment more with cooking too. So anything
Okay.
with veggies. I like soy sauce a lot.
Mm,
But yeah, I don't have like a certain spot that I like to go to or anything like that.
okay. So y'all heard
Yeah.
it.
Learning.
Favorite type of foods. Y'all heard it.
Yes.
So let's go back to your music, babe. What you got going on right now? What are you cooking right now?
Right now, I'm working on mixing a few songs that are going to be
Ayy.
part of a project. So that's
Okay.
like the next things that are going to come out. And there's also a bunch of collaborative work. So
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of collab songs with Young Wepa and Katora.
Let's go.
So we're working on putting those out.
Let's
I
go.
also have collabs with me, Young Wepa, and Wahi Bonds.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a few collaborative singles and projects that are on the way, especially from now throughout the summer.
Okay.
So we're just gearing up to like put those out, get content.
Love it.
Really just, honestly, the thing I need to work most on, as you know, because I had no headshots. When Mina asked me for, she was like, do you have some without shades?
Yo.
Do you have some that
I'm
it's
dead.
your face? Do you have some? And I was like,
Yo,
damn,
I'm
I
dead.
really need headshots. So I need to tap into the more visual side.
Yeah, babe.
And keep up with it and keep up with the content. It's hard to do. It's a lot going on. But I also started a new like series type of thing. I started making zines again. I don't know if you know what a zine is. It's like
No.
a self-published. I should have brought one today. Or I'm
What's a
gonna give you
zine?
one next time I seen you.
What's a zine?
It's like a little self-published book. So like people can make them. Like people make them for various reasons. You can make a zine that's a cookbook. You can make a zine that's a photo book. You can make one out of your
So is it
poetry.
a magazine?
Yeah, like picture like in school when we used to make little like books and like put pictures in
So
them.
it's
and
just a
write in
small
it.
magazine.
Yeah, like a small.
So you can't call it
self-published-
magazine. You call it zine.
Call it a zine. Yeah.
Ah,
it's not
I like
long enough for
it.
that.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So you make zines.
Yeah, so I started
Okay.
making them again. I used to make them in high school,
Mm-hmm.
and so I released my first one. I called them Lunar Zines. So I released the number 1, and it was just a recap of my last 3 singles.
Love that.
Hey Luna, Lala, and Same Old Things. So it, and I want to keep doing that as I continue with the project. So I'm trying to like incorporate more of my artistry into the music too.
I
So,
love that.
Yeah, and also organizing things. Like that's the other side, like the business
That's a big
side,
one.
especially when you're independent. It's a lot of work to
Oh, yeah.
stay on top of things and also be promoting your work, your old work and your new work. And so I'm trying to like
Mm-hmm. You got a
develop
planner?
systems. Yeah, I have a planner.
Planners are good.
Yeah.
Making lists, babe.
Yeah.
That's good too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm just trying to balance it all.
So we're creating
Mm-hmm.
zines. We got music basically coming out the whole summer.
Yeah.
Fire. Super excited about that.
Yes.
I guess. Ooh, got my coaster. So we're gonna pretend, babe, that
Okay.
this is a American Express Platinum card,
Wow.
and it's the Mina Mendoza coaster.
Mm-hmm.
0 interest. Not let me with this card, babe, literally you could get whatever, you could do whatever you want for 24 hours. There is no limit.
Wow.
Like you could go to space, it won't charge you nothing. But one thing I tell people is like you have to be realistic with your like
What you want?
what you ask for, because like, can you get to space? I don't know how
In a
long it
day?
takes to
Yeah,
get to
yeah.
space. You feel me? And you only got 24 hours, and that shit counts.
That's a tough one.
So I'm gonna pass the card to you, babe.
Okay.
And remember, there's no right or wrong answer. It's like Treasure Island. Is that what it's called, Treasure Island? Those people used to go to the island, they used to make wishes.
Yeah. I
But
think so.
literally, babe, like you're just making a whole bunch of wishes. You can make shit happen. It's the world is your oyster right now. What does this
Wow.
start looking at? And it starts at 12 a.m. and it ends on some Cinderella
And
shit
it's
at 11:59, and it's unlimited.
Unlimited.
You don't have to owe it, nothing.
There's so much.
You just gotta be realistic.
Yeah, realistically, I would first pay off all the debts that I
Okay.
have. Family debts too. Like I would love to like become financially free. I would invest in some stocks. I would try to take some cash out. You know, how you could take cash out of credit cards.
Oh,
Can,
shit.
Can I do that with the Mina card?
No, you can't do that.
I can't do that.
No. I think a guest tried to say that last time. and I
I'll
was
take a lot
like,
of cash out. I would. So yeah, I think the first thing is like taking care of mad debt and all that. Maybe pay even a year ahead of rent. That would be
Okay.
great. You know, like things that take a lot of stress away. And then I would buy a bunch of music equipment. Like I need a new laptop right now. I have like a mic and a Scarlett, but I would like to get a bigger setup. I would like to get some instruments, like, you know, so I would invest in the music and invest in my life and my friends. So, and if I can, like, take a little trip somewhere. But, you know, like you said, it's only a day.
Exactly.
So if I take a trip, it would have to be somewhere around here.
Exactly. And that's what I tell my guests. I'm like, can you go to Dubai? Sure. But it does take 6 hours. I can't guarantee you're going to make it home.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? You might be stuck out there.
Yeah.
So, like, you go to New York, New York. That's it. That's all you got. New York, different parts of Jersey. But it's like, you know.
Yeah, I would just have fun. Probably rent a car I don't drive, but rent a car for a day.
You could rent a driver.
Rent a driver.
Yeah, exactly. But that just rent a driver.
Yeah, like there's so much. There's also like, you know, when you think of like all the things you've been wanting to do for yourself, like I would probably get a massage. I would probably,
let's go.
You know, have a little spa day. Just, you know, try to relax.
I would get a grill.
Ooh, a grill? I would get tatted too, for sure.
Remember, it's only 24 hours.
Yeah. I could do that. I could get tatted.
You gotta get something that'll be
my bills.
Yo, you gotta get something that'll be done in one session.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yo.
I like little tats, so I wouldn't even be mad at it. I'd be like,
okay.
Spend an hour or two at the tattoo spot.
Okay.
Go eat somewhere amazing. Yeah, just maybe get everybody I can together and have a good time together.
That'd be dope.
That'd be nice.
Okay.
Share the love.
Anything else that you would do with the card, love, before I get it back?
What can be my last? Oh, I would buy myself a few tickets, plane trips, and book B&B since I could just spend the money that day. So I would just plan the trips for the future.
Fire.
And I think that's it.
Okay.
So here's your card back.
Yeah, I heard it. Let's get a hand clap on that one. All right.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
So we have a couple questions, love.
Ooh.
What would you change about the music industry?
Wow, that's a
deep one.
That's a deep question. There's so much. I have so many opinions on this.
Okay.
But
I guess if you can narrow it down to like 3 things that you would change.
The first would be, I just wish, at the same time that social media is like so amazing and such a great tool, right, that connects us. I just wish we can eliminate the fake ego aspect that comes with the industry, like you know, playing a part or looking like a certain way, because if you look at it, it's a lot of the same things, like the same type of music, the same type of images, the same type of branding. So it would be cool to not, you know, but I feel like that's a human thing. Like we're in that place in life where people like really care about how they come off and how they look. So I wish you could remove that and just it be about the music, not about the brand. Like, because when it's about the music and the songs, things are more meaningful. But I feel like the industry is like kind of saturated. Okay. But I do see hope especially in like rising artists right now. Okay. I feel like it's going to change the game and things are going to swim back into how music used to be. Okay. So that's one of the things. The other would be maybe, again, with that, because of the era we live in now, I wish we could go back to the CDs. Like, I really do.
Why?
Wish, because streaming is a scam. Like, streaming
Elaborate, my friend. So, I'm not disagreeing with you, but elaborate to the audience. Why?
Prime example is that you get paid not even a cent per song play as an artist, right? You get paid, like, depending on the streaming service. Yeah. I believe Tidal pays you the most, but everything aside from Tidal, you get paid like 0.0001 cents per song play, you know? So that's crazy. Like, how much is it going to take for you to make $100 on a song? And not that, you know, not that it's about the money, but that's just a big disadvantage when you're like trying to, you know, use your music and art to survive. So it's hard to do that nowadays. Oh, shit. The other side of that is that people pay for streaming numbers. So you can pay somebody.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like there's a documentary about this, I think on Netflix, but you can pay. There's streaming warehouses where they have a bunch of phones and laptops and people pay them to stream a certain amount. So there's like, if you want 1 million streams, it's not even that expensive to get 1 million streams. Like, I don't want to say the numbers because I don't know exactly right now, but like 5,000 can get you a lot. You know what I mean? So a lot of the
Like
streaming
you
we
pay
see is
5,000.
fake, and they'll get you 1 million streams on a song.
So how does that work with getting paid?
Well, the more streams you have on a song, you get paid for it. So like, for instance, it's the same way people pay to get followers on Instagram, right? I could pay.
I've never done that.
I've never done that either, but I've seen people be like, I'm gonna pay to get 10K.
What?
Because 10K, it just looks more appealing. People are more likely to follow you if you have 10K versus you having 1,000.
That's a fact.
You know,
aesthetically, it does look nice.
It's just playing with things. Like, it's the scam of this whole everything.
But
like,
wouldn't okay? Now Spotify, I don't
Yeah.
know too much of, but with Instagram, if
Yeah.
you pay for your followers, right?
Yeah.
Those followers are not necessarily real. And one thing I know
It
about
might not be.
Instagram
Yeah.
is your algorithm matters a lot.
Yeah.
So if those are not real followers, I guess you could kind of tell who pays for their followers, I guess, from
course.
the likes
Yeah,
and the
things-
views. Like,
things
it's not
don't add
matching up.
Yeah.
Okay,
Of
now
course.
thank you for enlightening me on that.
Yeah.
Because, like, that makes sense now. But I wouldn't want to do that because if you mess with your algorithm,
Yeah.
then when you do try to
You
promote,
don't know then.
that could throw you off.
Yeah.
Oof.
And
I don't
also,
know.
I'm sure a lot of other artists get it too, but I get offers, DMs all the time from pages that
Oh, yeah.
seem
I've
fake.
seen
and
that.
It's like, oh, I saw your music and it's dope.
Mm-hmm.
I have a package for 250 to get you like 5,000 more followers or this many
Yeah, yeah,
streams.
yeah.
So it's like people literally do offer that, and there's a lot of that going on. But yeah, I've seen people pay for the blue check. I've seen people pay to, you know, even get verified on platforms.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, it's just so that it looks that way. But then, you know, is it really that way? So I don't
you
know.
would.
So
One thing about the
streaming-
music industry is that you would want to go back to CDs because you want the environment to be more genuine.
Yeah, or if we're
Okay.
using an online platform, for instance, using a platform like Bandcamp. I have a friend who puts songs now, I think, solely on Bandcamp, and you get paid for it.
Interesting.
So you get paid, you can price it. Oh, my song is this much, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you get paid when the person listens to that song.
So we got a fact. Shout out to Handsome Kai. They said, yeah, but you get banned for doing that too many views / follows at once.
For what, Instagram, I guess?
Handsome Kai, if you could clarify, love, what outlet are you talking about? You talking about Instagram,
Yeah.
YouTube?
But the fact of the matter is, in the documentary I saw, they're getting, it's artists that are already millionaires doing this. So, you know, there's no telling, like, when it comes to the music industry, there's no
Yeah.
telling who really streamed that much and is always in the top 5 no matter what.
Yeah.
And always gets the Grammy and always gets the award. That's all rigged. Like, that's all planned out. So like, you know, there could be a song that actually reached more people, but we wouldn't know because that's not what the mainstream media is going to show you.
I feel you on that. I mean,
So-
like, I get it now, you know, but I guess, like, every genre of music, I feel like, has had their flaws.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure what was the CDs. I mean, what was the tape? Because when I think of, like, music being able to travel a lot, I think about the mixtape. Like, we still
Yeah.
use the mixtape, even though it's not a
Though
mixtape.
it's not a
You
tape
know what I mean?
anymore.
Like, we still use the image of that.
Yeah.
But I feel like that shit, I talked about it in my last show and a couple shows because it's wild to me. Like, and I saw and anybody who hasn't seen it, definitely watch it, especially like if you're in the
Yeah.
music industry. Watch the Wu-Tang Clan show, the
Yeah, I've heard of
series.
that.
The series. And I forgot where it is because there's two. There's one that's a documentary, but there's one that's a series. And I think the series is on Hulu. I'm not sure, but just watch the Wu-Tang Clan series. I'm not sure what it's called. But they have a scene, and we talked about it on CC show, where they're passing around this mixtape. And that's how the music, so this mixtape was
Yeah,
getting played
word of
and
mouth.
played and played and played. And it's just wild to me. Like, I feel like every generation has had a flawed moment. Like, I don't know what was the tape's flawed moment. I think it just wasn't durable because of the tape.
Yeah.
Possibly.
You can't rewind this too many times.
Exactly. CDs, I feel like the the con in that situation was that it created a lot of bootlegging situation.
Yeah, of course.
That's why I feel like the bootleg CD
there's
came
always
out.
gonna be something.
Yeah.
There's always gonna be some type of flaw, but it's just, you know, it was.
But I feel like this could be the flaw
it.
for streaming now.
Yeah.
Like, is it genuine? And I feel like that's a good topic. Like, I must keep that in mind. So thank you for sharing that
and
with me.
also, I know that Spotify, they said that in 2024 that they said something about, like, if you're not a certain artist with a certain following or monthly listeners, that you're not gonna get paid for your songs. So, like, people,
I guess they're trying to, like, really,
because there's so
structure
many artists now.
Yeah,
you can self-declare yourself as an artist. You
Facts.
could be your own everything now. And there's really an overwhelming amount now because it is accessible. So now more people have tools to do everything.
Facts.
So we're gonna see more of everything, and that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
But it's also like, you know, you have to figure out, like, okay, this is real. Like,
Find
this
your
is like
groove.
genuine. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
for me, or, you know, this is just for show. Like,
Yeah.
you know, there's genres and there's different vibes for everything.
Okay.
But not everything is always something hype. Like, things
feel
do
you.
have to be about something with substance.
Okay.
So yeah.
So thank you for sharing that with us, love. And also thank you for asking the question.
Yeah, that's a good question.
No, absolutely. I do kind of want to go more into your music, love. When you think of your music, like, what inspires you to write? Do you write your music?
Yes, I do.
Okay,
write my
amazing.
music. What inspires me? I guess just life. Like,
Okay.
most of my songs, I can pinpoint, like, a time in my life or a situation or just a general feeling that I'm going through, that it just gets translated in the songs, especially when it's just like my own music. When I collaborate, it's more fun. It's like, all right, what we feeling on this? Okay, this is the vibe. Let's, come up with whatever you come up with. But when it's just me, I feel like it's very personal. Like, it's like, it means it's something that I'm going through or gone through.
I like
yeah.
that. So pretty much you could create anywhere. Like, anything could inspire you.
Yeah, I will say that. But I feel like it's, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it depends. Like, I've gone through periods of not writing and not feeling like I could come up with a song. But I feel like it's like where you're at mentally, you know? Especially when you're, like, really busy and certain things, like, you're not focused. So I feel like I do have to be in the right space.
Okay.
To be able to create. And that matters to me a lot. Like, my environment matters when I'm creating. And I do want it to be as authentic as it can be. So, yeah, it depends on the vibe again. Some things come out so easy, you know? Like, there's a song I have called Deep End. And, like, I was just like, let me try EDM. And I literally found a YouTube beat. The first one I liked, I put it. The hook came to me easy. Everything came to me super easy. And then there's songs where, like, Hey Luna, where I worked on that song, like, mixing that song and finishing that song for about a year. Like, it took me through a process.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and, like, the video and all that. So, you know, I guess it depends what it is you're expressing too. Some things come out easier than others.
Okay.
Some things take more work.
I want to get more deep diving. And let me just clarify real quick, love, before I go too intensely in it. But Spence, are we good until like 8:05?
Yeah.
We good?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, let's go. All right. So you mentioned something about like music videos. So what was your first music video you ever did?
That I ever put out?
Yeah.
Okay. It was Hey Luna.
Hey Luna.
And that was by an SOS film. So he was in the chat. Shout out to you, Bless. Yeah. We put that out. I put it out on my birthday last year. So I put it out.
When's your birthday?
January 7th.
You're a Capricorn?
Yeah.
Yo, you were giving me Cap vibes. I'm a Capricorn.
Really? No way.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
January 2nd.
I like that. I knew because you were like, nah, I gotta get the sound right before we start.
Yo, Dad. Yo, facts.
Yeah,
I don't
so
feel
we're close.
comfortable.
Yeah, we're close.
If I
then.
don't feel good about
Yeah.
it, I don't feel good continuing.
I feel you.
Just so y'all know, because they don't know.
Yeah, now
But,
you know.
Yo, facts. Like, we started a little bit late because, like, you know, we wanted to make sure the sound and everything was great for y'all. You know, and the end of the day, that's what it comes down to.
Exactly.
Because, like, I do it for myself and I do it for you too, but I also do it for y'all. Like, y'all watching right now.
Yeah.
I don't want to give you mediocre greatness. I want to give you the best always. Like if I'm going to produce something, be behind it. If my voice is going to be behind anything or image, I want the best. And I only want the best for my guests and also the best for Bravery Studios. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay, so you made it around your birthday.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I put it out on my birthday. I put the song and I think I put the song and the video out on my birthday.
Yeah.
But that was my first one. I don't have any other videos out.
That's okay.
But that's what I'm working on now is like putting like I said, the visual side to all the music because I have a lot of unreleased and a lot coming out. So it's it's doing the other side to it now.
Yeah.
But videos are fun. Like I've been trying to get more into vlogging and like my friends are vlogging now too. So it's cool. I love it.
So we're going to put out more music videos.
Yes,
okay, I love that.
We are. More visuals in general. Even if it's not music videos like for instance, me and my friend Katora have a lyric video to one of our songs, but it's not the official music video, but it's still a video that we did
some
together.
type of content.
Yeah.
I love that.
So just more of that, more consistent.
I love that. And that's always like the main thing, the word consistent. Like if you're not consistent, it's like, oof. But it's hard. Like sometimes you really do need a break.
Yeah.
Because like you could burn yourself out.
Yes.
For real. And then when you're like at that point, that's what I tell any artist. Like if you're feeling that burnout, you're feeling it for a reason. Like you're literally at like a 73%. Like all I think about is like that video game, like critical damage. Like we're there right now. How can I produce something at critical damage?
Yeah,
like I need to feel great. I need to feel full of life.
Yes.
And that I'll give you great shit. If you're feeling burnt out, take that break, bro.
Yeah.
Mental break, well-being, like
You're
treat yourself
right
for real.
For real.
But like, and coming from me, because I was like that. I used to burn myself out, and then I was like, nah, that's not the wave. That's not the wave.
I feel like that's kind of what I'm still learning. Like I'm better at it now to not burn myself out.
It's a Capricorn thing.
It is a Capricorn thing, and it's funny because people make it sound like it's all about money, but it's not even about that. It's just like we want to do the best that we can at what we're doing, and when we don't feel that way, it's frustrating. So then it's like we
it's like
work
achieving
harder.
Goals.
Yeah, it's like, and it's hard, and things are supposed to go up and down. Like you said, you're supposed
and we
to
get
take breaks.
that.
We get that.
We get that. It's
definitely.
Just. I feel like we're our best supporter, but also
worst enemy.
Yeah, for real.
I think that's facts for a lot of artists in general.
Like imposter syndrome vibes, right?
Or just like, we also like, so it's funny, I'm finishing school right now too. So it's also why like I'm trying to balance. There's a lot going on.
She's educated.
Almost done.
The value's going up.
Yes.
Okay?
Pay me more.
Period. Let's go.
But, my professor last night, she was like, raise your hand if you feel like you grew up in a house where you knew how to regulate your emotions. And literally nobody raised their hand.
I was ready to raise my hand, but I was like, nope.
And we were like, no. And she was like, that's because...
Spence, you raising your hand?
He said yes.
No, you grew up in a nice household.
So that's nice.
Yo,
right?
facts, I didn't have that.
But she was like, most of us, especially like coming from immigrant families or, or middle to lower income families, she was like, we did not have parents who knew how to regulate.
We didn't have that luxury.
So our parents to this day don't maybe know how to regulate. And now we're the adults. So, it's like, it's on us. Like, we have to learn how to do this. So I forgot what your question was, but that's literally what came to me was that. Like,
well, what I was saying, love, is I forgot.
You forgot, right?
Yeah, I was like, yo, that stumped me real quick. Wait, what? No, we were talking about going back. Yo, Spence, what was the question? Yo, imagine I forgot too. Yo, I'm dead. This can't. No, I'm dead. Yo, what was the question?
What was the question?
Wow.
There's no way.
What? Oh shit! Nah, Spencer. I don't think he knows.
Right.
Let me see if somebody can help us in the check-in. Yo, what was the question? What was I answering?
What are we talking about?
Yo, that's gotta be funny. All right, but yo, that's how y'all know this is some live shit. It's not skidded, bro.
Yeah,
at all.
Well, I think it was like.
Something about your professor and raising the hand.
Oh yeah, because we were talking about that, and she was saying how like, so if you don't take breaks, right, or if you don't know how to regulate your emotions every day, you tend to make bad decisions. And it's not always the worst, but it's a lot different when you like, you know how to feel good and be calm. The better things can happen in that way. But it's like we literally live in a society that doesn't function that way. Like,
that's true.
Like the society is built to not have your health in mind, you know? So that's something you have to prioritize and learn how to do. And it's hard to do. It's not an easy thing to do. Like you have to put yourself first and like think about all the things that keep you at 100, right?
Period.
Keep your cup full so that you can then help
You can't
others.
pour from an empty cup.
Yeah.
Yo, dropping gems. Let's get a bomb. Let's go. That was nice.
Yeah, I think that's what we were.
That was nice. Hold on. Yo, shout out to Vegan Wine. Oh my God, I haven't seen that name in so long. So let me give you guys a little backstory for people that don't know who Vegan Wine is. I don't even personally know Vegan Wine. But Vegan Wine was following the show when I first started. And he will call in. So I don't think we have a system yet where we could call in. One day we're going to have the calls coming in. But we used to have the calls coming in. No, I feel like we could.
Yeah.
But like right now it is a little late. But Vegan Wine used to call in. Vegan Wine from Neptune. Shout out to you. I felt like a ghost crept in my chat. So Vegan Wine always had the question he would ask every show. So what is your favorite sandwich?
Ooh. Okay, my favorite sandwich as a now pescatarian vegetarian that I got today. I literally got it today.
You're dead, you liar. You said you ate fish a week ago.
No, I didn't get fish today though.
Oh, okay.
It was a veggie sandwich. Which I get now is avocado, cheddar cheese, spinach, tomato, a little bit of mayo, toasted on a roll. Or a croissant.
Wait, hold on. Repeat that back.
So we got spinach, avocado, tomato, cheddar cheese, a little bit of mayo, and toasted on a croissant, on a everything bagel, on a roll,
that
whatever.
Sounds good.
But that's what I be getting now. I had it today, like I said.
Oh, you heard that, Vegan Wine? That's the sandwich right there. That sounds like a fire ass sandwich. Yeah. Fire sandwich. Really good. Really good. All right, my love. So what I want you to do right now, honey, if you could just please say your Instagram handle, your YouTube channel, where people can find you on Spotify, any shout outs. This is your time to do them, babe.
All right. Let's go. Shout out to you for having me on this show. Thank you, Mina. Yeah. I appreciate you. Shout out to everybody who puts this together. Bravery Studios, Spencer in the back, my sister Mia. Shout out to Cici Camacho for putting me on, of course.
Facts.
So I go by Aura de la Luna, AuraDeLaluna, and you can follow me at that handle on all social media platforms. Like I said, there's a lot of music coming out, and I'm very excited, and I'm very, very grateful to be here today with you guys.
Let's go. You heard it. Yes. Also, a couple shout outs before I head out. Shout out to Astra Music Entertainment. They're definitely up and coming as a group. I feel like there's a lot of people under that label. They're actually behind the event called the Pop-Up Event. Also, shout out to Breaking Grounds. Kaneda, I feel like your brand as a woman, I feel like is beautiful. So collabing together to create the pop-up. And also thank you for, coming to me to be like, hey, can you host this? It's one of my second times hosting, but this is now second time hosting a big event. Yeah. I'm a little nervous, but I know I could do it. But yeah, shout out to y'all. Shout out to everybody that tuned in with us in the check-in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, especially if you like today's episode. Content every week. Yes. No bland shit. Let's go.
I got one more shout out.
Let's go. Okay. What's the shout out?
I'm going to shout out High Tide Studios. That's where I make my music. That's where a lot of us make our music.
Let's go.
So yeah, shout out you guys.
High Tide Studios.
While he bombs everybody.
Let's go. And also, if y'all want to find me on Instagram, if y'all want to collab, network, if you want to be a future guest on the Mina Mendoza show, please find me at Queen0 F Spice. So it's gonna say Queen of Spice, but it's not a O, it's a zero. Queen of Spice. Also, you can send me an email at the Mina Mendoza show at gmail.com. So this concludes our episode, my friends. Thank you for having the patience. It's been great. It's Mina Mendoza, little girl, big personality, Queen of Spice. We out.